Wow. What else can I say? Just wow. Okay. I have a lot more to say than that, but I just watched The Owl House Season 3, Episode 3, the series finale to the show, Watching and Dreaming. And oh my goodness. They really pulled out all the stops to this for this one, and didn't they? Okay. I know you guys came to clicked on this video, for a review, not just raw reactions. So I will have a lot more to say, but yeah, let's talk about the Owl House series finale and how it blew my mind. Okay, already, like, by the tone of my voice, you can tell I'm extremely happy. And I just got back from Disneyland today. Go figure. And as you can see, I'm kind of emotional because the finale did kind of get to me during some points. I don't know if that's controversial to say, but like this finale really knocked it out of the park. It really did. After getting the axe by Disney, Dana Terrace and the crew had a lot of work ahead of them to deliver a finale that was deserving of this show. And man, oh man, did they do it! This really felt like their ultimate, the ultimate end game for the show. It's like they really pulled out all the stops. They did not leave anything open. Well, okay, maybe one mention of a spinoff, which is that happening? I don't know why Dana Terrace and the crew put that in there if it's not happening. But I'll keep looking for I'll keep looking for Owl House news and stuff, because I don't know why Dana Terrace and the crew put that in there if a spinoff wasn't happening. So I'll keep you guys posted if I ever come back to this channel. But let's talk about the finale. So the finale is before I begin, spoiler alert. Sorry, that I'm recording at 1 in the morning, so my voice I may kind of be rambling here because I literally just watched the finale and I wanted to talk about everything while it was still fresh. I literally just watched it couple minutes ago. Just finished. Turn on the iPad, and then I'm doing the review. So yeah, this is unscripted as usual. I know I said in the past on my community on my community post that I hate this format, but don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I want to talk about this show. Then I'll talk about the future of the channel. So spoiler alert. So the episode begins with Luz, Ida, King, Darius, and Amity. I think Amity too. Like all the characters, they're trapped in a dream. Like after the collector said, "I want to play a new game." Is that a good impression? And so then, so then the collector traps everyone in a dream, and Luz is running to escape the Titan thing. No wait. So there's Amity, and then Willow, then Hunter, and everyone's saying like you help Bellows beat the collector. You must be destroyed. And then Amity says, "I challenge you to a witch's battle." And then Luz is like, you're not Amity. The real Amity would never misquote Azura. I'm really glad that the Azura books came back into play. I really thought that was done, but it's like there were so many callbacks to the entire show in general, and I'm really glad the Azura books came back, because that was a huge part of Luz's character for a while now, and I feared it would be forgotten, but nope, they remembered it existed, so I'm happy. So Luz is able to temporarily free everyone from the spell put on them in the archives somehow, and Amity tells them all to Amity and Willow and the others. They tell Luz to wake up and stuff with a light lift. She does that, and we then cut to the Collector and Bellows, who is still possessing Rain. Why? But I don't hate that plot point. I don't. It's just like Rain deserves so much better than to be possessed by Bellows. Man. Yeah. So anyway. The Collector's manipulated again, and I will talk about the Collector on his own merits very soon, because my thoughts on him have actually changed drastically from my initial impressions, and in a positive way. Don't worry. So yeah, the Collector plays a lot of games of his quote unquote games with losing crew and stuff, and eventually, a lot of this episode is spent focused on the Collector. Like, the Collector was really given his own arc in this episode, and it starts with Luz reaching out to him. Like, after we have this like trippy mind sequence, which I cannot believe the crew got away with. I was like, whoa. I didn't think this would happen. We have a giant Collector, and we have the Collector's mouth trying to eat Luz. Wow. There were like so many sequences in here. I'm like, they got away with this? They got away with it. It feels like Dana Terrace was finally able to make the show the way she wanted. Like, I know Disney was like aggressively holding back for a while now. That was well publicized, but it's like, I think with this final episode, she was finally able to go out and make the show the way she wanted to. Especially considering the test pilot we got, the test animation we found on YouTube and stuff, where the show was much darker. This kind of feels like that. This really feels like more akin to the darker tone set in the test animation than the show itself. Than the show itself in its early seasons. And yeah, so after that, the Collector is sad, and so Luz reaches out to the Collector and offers him forgiveness. And then we get a cool bit of Collector backstory explaining what really happened, and this is honestly fascinating. So Luz, sorry, not Luz. I'm recording this at 1 a.m. Remember, and the Collector met all these Titans, made friends with them, and then the Archivist, I think, is that what it was? Yeah, the Archivist took away the other Titans, presumably killed them. Killed them until there was one last Titan left, and then and then the Collector was imprisoned, or something. Yeah. The backstory is a lot clearer than that, but this is what I could pull from. And all the Collector ever wanted was a friend who would not lie to them. And this is honestly extremely relatable. The Collector really strikes me as a social outcast kind of a character. Like, him being immortal, he doesn't understand what death means. His mentality really reminds me of like little kids, which I think the point of his character. Like, you see that? Oh, this toy can easily be fixed. Like death doesn't exist. Like, if a person dies, I can just fix them and fix it with my magic. Yeah, because the Collector's immoral, he doesn't understand what death exactly means, and how harmful his games could be to the people he's doing them to. And Luz helps him understand. And gradually helps him understand that that's not how you make friends. You don't make friends by forcing them to be your friend. Sometimes these things just happen, which is an incredibly relatable message. That's it. So Luz says, "Hey, you want to hear? Do you want to hear how we became friends?" Now, I initially thought when we got to this segment, we would have a long exposition dump in which Luz told her entire backstory from the beginning of the show, and there would be flashbacks and stuff, which would be kind of the cliche thing to do. But no, that's not how it went. So expectations subverted. Instead, we get taken to key locations from throughout the show's runtime, and Luz explains how important those things were to her, and how it helped her connect with the Isles, and how it helped her meet her friends, and this all ties back to the collector's art. Like, these are not just random exposition segments. This actually furthers the collector's character development, which is crucial to the final battle against Belos. Yeah, I'll get to that in a bit, but all these exposition segments, these are crucial to understanding the collector's character arc and the eventual turn he takes. So eventually, Belos gets the idea. I'm gonna possess the Titan. It's not stated like that. It's he holds onto the collector's star thing, and he goes to the collector's heart and possesses it. This essentially wakes up the Titan. And oh my goodness, we actually got to see the Titan skeleton wake up in Belos form. This was scary. Let me tell you, I was getting chills with this. I was, because we got a short teaser of what the collector would look like. Not the collector, the Titan would look like fully woken up, with the Day of Unity deleted scene from one of the Owl House Season 2 episodes. But now we actually get to see it. And oh my goodness. We get a rampaging Belos, and he slowly consumes the entire Isles, and everything's getting covered in this thick moss thing. And wow, wait, is this still the Owl House, or did we jump right into a horror movie? Yeah, that's what I was thinking the whole way through with these sequences. Did I just jump into a horror movie? Like did Sam Raimi take over or something? I say Sam Raimi, but there's a lot of but because he does all these, like, because he's known for these, like, trippy sequences and stuff, or like Tim Burton or did Tim Burton take over with this part with these scary monster designs? It's like, wow. So Bella starts to take over, and then Ida, King try to fight and stuff. Luz tries to, and then Luz dies. Yep, Luz dies. Nice. Mark this as the second second story-driven Disney animated show to have the main characters die. Amphibia did it with Anne, and now the Owl House is doing it with Luz. And we get kind of a parallel here, as both Anne, as like in Amphibia, Anne meets the Three Stones deity, and here Luz meets the Titan's dad, which I actually kind of prefer this to what Amphibia gave. Don't get me wrong. The Three Stones deity was kind of cool, but I actually prefer this post-death meeting to what Amphibia gave us, because this kind of ties back to the whole like King's Hole arc. He always wanted to meet his father and stuff. There was a lot of hints about the Titan being the Isles being the Titan stuff, and now we finally get to meet King's dad in person, and he's actually kind of a cool guy. Right? Not gonna lie. Like, he's funny, he's humorous, and he's actually really nice. I think a lot of the fandom for a long time thought the Titan was gonna be like this villain. This villain or something, this big creature, a monster creature. But no, he's just a cool guy, and he wears Bad Girls Coven shirt. I noticed that. Nice callback, Dana. Nice callback. But yeah, and we sort of got another parallel because main protagonist becomes anime character, yay. So Luz essentially becomes a Titan. And Luz, Ida, and King, all three of them fight superpowered Belos, and the main Owl House theme plays. Wow. Okay, this was some brilliant soundtrack work. I did not expect this. For the next five minutes, we hear an orchestral main theme of the Owl House, and it is amazing. Amazing. Let me tell you, the soundtrack work in this is this from like season 2 onwards is absolutely amazing. Amazing. The collector's theme also came back too in that mine sequence scene. So that was cool. Well, but yeah, eventually Luz is able to sever Bellows from the Titan, and one of the coolest callbacks to the Good Witch Azura ever. For I am the Good Witch Luz. It's like I can't remember the whole speech off the top of my head, but the entire fandom, the entire All House fandom was waiting for Luz to do that callback. And she did. Wow. You can really tell that the animators and the data terrorists, the crew, the voice actors, the actresses, everyone, they really had a lot of respect and love for this show. You can really tell. There's so many callbacks, there's so many references, and there's a lot of great satisfying payoffs and oh my goodness. So Luz is able to do that. She turns back to normal. I thought Luz would die from that, but no, you can't kill your main character twice, I guess. And now we have this rebuilding montage, and then Luz, and then the final scene. Luz is preparing to go to college, and go to college. And where's the college? In the Boiling Isles. This was actually really smart. I know a lot of the fandom was like, please don't do Star Wars Forces of Evil ending. Please don't do Star Wars Forces of Evil ending. Well, they did Star Wars. They did the Star vs. Forces of Evil ending, and I'm pretty sure this is going to rub some viewers the wrong way. And I completely understand it, as I noticed that sentiment a lot. But just try to give this a chance here. I think this works a bit better than what this show did. Because and plus it was the only way they could end it. I knew that was gonna happen. Luz has become so attached to the demon realm. You can't sever her from it completely. This is not an amphibia thing where the girls have to move on and stuff. No, the Boiling Isles has been a huge part of Luz's life for a long time. So it's you have to end it this way. Right? I think that was part of the pressure Dana Terrace and the crew were under to deliver an ending that was different from Amphibia's. Because Amphibia's ending was the girls moved back to the demon, not the demon realm. What am I doing? Doing the human realm, and they can't visit Amphibia anymore. Or Sasha and Marcy, they can't visit Amphibia anymore. But they only have the memories and stuff. That's not what this show did. And I don't know what was Dana Terrace's original vision. Did she want it to end this way, or did the Amphibia ending kind of kneecap her vision? I don't know. No, but I actually love this ending. It leads to a really wholesome ending in which she arrives, and because she spent so many years rebuilding the Isles. Really? It took that many years? She spent her 15th birthday, her 16th birthday, her 17th birthday, her 18th birthday, so it's oh my. Did it really take that many years to rebuild the Isles? I would have loved to see a montage of that. I think we only saw 1 year in that rebuilding montage. I would love to see the passage. I would have loved to see the passage of time in that time. But yeah, everyone gathers in the crowd as the collector does this fireworks sort of thing, and then we have this open. Then for the final shot, it's like everyone in the Owl House is like bye, and then the show is officially over. My, what an experience. Now, there are a lot of things I left out. There's some things I'm recalling just now, but let me try and talk about my overall thoughts on this finale and season 3 and the whole show in general. I've never really gotten the opportunity on this channel to talk about my thoughts on this show in general. because I talked about it on a couple occasions, but I've never really talked about what this show really means to me. And I think this being my final video for my final actual video for a while now, for a while now, as I take my channel hiatus. I think this will be the perfect opportunity to talk about what this show means to me and my overall experience with it. Now, I've always been attached to this show since its very inception. I remember watching the first episode, literally stumbling upon it. I think we were midway through like season 1 or something. I randomly stumbled upon the first episode, and I watched it. I was in love with it. Like this was a wacky premise. It was essentially a female Harry Potter. That's what I was getting from it. Now, if you think that's an understatement, it totally is. It totally is. As this show is so much more than just a female Harry Potter. But if you were to describe the Owl House to an idiot, to a total low 0% IQ dummy, I think that's what you tell them. It's a female Harry Potter. I see a lot of videos saying, "Oh, this movie explained to an idiot." If you were to explain it in just 3 words, female Harry Potter. But the show as a whole is so much deeper than that. It has a lot of great character interactions, and Luz's arc was especially great and poignant. Especially as seasons 2 and 3 rolled around, the story started getting deeper and more complex. Bellows started upping his game, and then the collector was introduced, and believe me, I was eating this show up, and then I heard it got canceled. Now, if you guys watch my videos, which I'm sorry about the quality of these videos, I promise they'll get better later on. But if you guys have stuck around for my unscripted rambling videos, then you guys would know that I once said in a previous video that the Owl House being shortened was actually a good thing. And after watching season 3, after watching the majority of season 3, I take that back. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't hate season 3. I don't. No. Season 3 started really strong. With what was that episode called? I totally forgot. But for the future, like mark the part where the pacing issues really started to take hold. Now, the problem started back in season 2, at the season 2 finale, King's Tide. I was never on board with the Collector as the new main villain. I thought Bellows was a very intimidating antagonist, and everyone was up in arms over the fact that the Collector just yeeted Bellows the same way Kylo Ren killed Snoke and Supreme Leader Snoke in The Last Jedi. Everyone was thinking it was a callback to that, and the Collector was going to be the new main villain, and Bellows was essentially done. And then we found out in season 3, episode 1, there's like, no, not actually. He's still around and stuff, but the Collector still has a large focus. Then in this episode, it finally hit me: the Collector isn't the new main villain. He was never intended to be. No. He was a character set up for redemption. He was never a villain. He was an anti-hero. No. And later on, he learns the value of friendship and kindness, the values of kindness and forgiveness. Yes, the Collector was never intended to be the main villain, and that like softened my opinion on him a lot. I never hated the Collector. No, I love this character and the arc they gave him, but doing that, it kind of gave the wrong impression. Like yeeting Bellows. It was a funny scene. Don't get me wrong, but I can understand why it would give the wrong impression to viewers. Like, oh, I'm the new bad guy now. Bye-bye, Bellows. And viewers will understand me, be like, what? No, we love Bellows as a villain. Don't replace him with this kid. So yeah, I completely get it. But this episode kind of justifies all that, in which the Collector was never intended to be a villain. He was intended to be an anti-hero set up for redemption, which is way better. His arc honestly ties back to the whole theme of the show. Oh, he's this complex and conflicted character. A character that needed to learn the values of a mortal human life. He needed to learn that his games weren't fun to other people as it was to him, and he had to learn the value of friendship through loses experiences. And that's just great. I love the Collector now. His this episode completely redeemed a lot of the character choices they made for him. That I was on the fence about. Now season 3 is a whole. Let me get back to that. So the pacing issues started to take hold back in. And pacing issues started to take hold after the Collector yeeted Bellows and then I was on board with it initially, but then the whole Basha side arc, which just felt like filler in my opinion. I'm sorry. If you guys love the Basha side quest, I understand, but like I was never on board with that. Especially the way they killed Kikimora off screen. Yeah. Okay, Kikimora was in disguise the whole time, and then she gets taken down. No. If I was to criticize one decision that the show made, it was that. Killing Kikimora off screen. She's been a constant presence throughout this show, and having her just killed off screen like that felt so disrespectful. Oh, and you can really tell that they just didn't have the time to give her a proper death scene, because we gotta move on later. Move on to the next plot point. Loses Palisman. And a lot of people are saying that Luz's arc felt rushed, but unlike the Basha side quest, I never thought Luz's arc was rushed. I completely understood how she would be in this broken and depressed state after learning the truth. And the scenes with Camila and Luz were honestly the best. And the way they ended things was honestly great. Hey, this show had a lot riding on. This show had a lot riding on it as a finale. Disney canceled it. Canceled it, so it couldn't deliver on every story potential it wanted to. So the pressure was on to wrap up as much character arcs as possible and deliver a satisfying resolution. And they did it. They did it. I have never been this satisfied with a finale ever since My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. And let me tell you, for me, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic's finale, season 9, episode 26, 26, The Last Problem. I have a brony. Don't judge me. Hey, that finale for me is the pinnacle, the king or queen in this case of all TV series finales. Hasbro ended that show perfectly, and I have never been this satisfied since that. Now I loved the Amphibia finale, but it never stood a chance of having as big of an impact on me as this show did. I've always loved the Owl House better than Amphibia. Now I know that may come off as controversial to some people, and you guys would be right to think ill of me in this moment because there's a lot of fans out there, and I love Amphibia from season 2 finale onwards. With Amphibia season 3, a lot of things are more fleshed out. The story is more complex, similar to what's going on here. Only it wasn't shortened, I think. So Amphibia's finale was never gonna have as big of an impression on me as the Owl House's finale did. It was never gonna have that same emotional resonance that the Owl House did, because I've always loved the Owl House better than Amphibia. That's the truth. I've stuck with this show since the beginning, whereas I got into Amphibia, yeah, around season 2 onwards. I've been with these characters since the beginning, and watching it all end like this was honestly so very heartwarming and heartbreaking at the same time. We don't know whether this shows what is going to be a spin-off or a sequel or anything, despite that offhand reference. So this may be the last time we ever see these characters. So there was a lot writing on it, and let me tell you, I was left 100% satisfied. I did not have high hopes for this finale, unlike the rest of you, because in my opinion, and for the future, just felt like a filler chapter. Not much happened. It was more like setting up stuff for the finale. It was never gonna. And the boss side quest introduced a lot of problems. Like, what did that accomplish? Tell me in the comments. What did that side arc even accomplish? We could have spent more time with King and the Collector, with Luz and her trauma, or with Amity and Amity. There was no need to go to Hex side. Like we could have gone to Hex side, but maybe not spend so much time there. Or maybe just say Bella's killed Kikimora or something. I know that'd still be disrespectful, but if you're not gonna give Kikimora a satisfying death, you might as well not show her at all. So I didn't review for the future, simply because it didn't leave much of an impact on me. Season 3 for me had a lot of pacing problems, and that's because Disney canceled the show. You know, I still will never forgive them for that. Season 3 always had pacing problems and some narrative problems. So I was not so my hopes were not high for the finale. Like basically almost everything in that original video I retract. I retract because there were a lot of narrative problems in For the Future that were not present in the first episode, which I still can't remember the name of. I'll probably add a text box at the name every time I say I don't know the name of it. But this finale, it did wrap up the characters' arcs. It did wrap up all the story arcs it could. And I can't think of many loose ends they left. This finale really was bold, emotional, heartwarming, heartbreaking, and it gave so much depth, so many characters. We got more Lumini. We got more Ida and Rain. Like so many things that Owl House season 2 deliver. Like they set up this finale. You pay that off, and the culmination of Luz's arc was beautiful. How she narrates at the end, saying this was like one chapter in her life, and going to the Boiling Isles really helped her in a time where it needed it. That's true for a lot of people. A lot of people like I know a lot of people who are helped. Like I've heard a lot of people who are helped by this show, or helped by My Little Pony, or that sort of thing. These animated shows really do help people in a big time in their lives. I know for My Little Pony, that may not seem like much, but you have to understand, man. So many people, a lot of people were helped by that show. It brought people together and stuff. So that finale really left an impact on them. And I can see the same thing happening for the Owl House. It's got a big fan base, and obviously a lot of people must have been helped by it. So seeing Luz overcome her personal struggles like this in this episode was simply amazing, and it might have even taught me a few things. Who knows? In the end, I'm sad that the show ended. I'm sad that the show was canceled. It could have had the potential to go on, go on for so much, for so much longer, and Disney canceled it before they knew the massive success it would be. I was hoping that under Bob Iger's leadership after he took it back, that he would renew the Owl House, but he didn't. But in the end, I guess I'm glad. I guess I'm glad the Owl House ended here, because they really wrapped it up in the best way they could, and I don't know how they can get better. Like how they could have ended it better. This really was the culmination of everything, and I'm gonna miss this show. I really will. The show has left so much. The show has left a huge impact on me. As I said, I know I keep saying that. Sorry that I repeat myself, but I used to watch episodes like every time they would come out and stuff. I would set my calendar to watch an episode, and I look forward to everything. I looked forward to every time an episode come out. I really enjoyed the show. So now that it's over, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I still have My Little Pony to Make Your Mark to look forward to in June, which is when Chapter 4 is rumored to come out. And yes, My Little Pony Generation 5 Make Your Mark is awesome, despite what some bronies may tell you. I'm working on a defense video on the My Little Pony channel. So if you guys want to subscribe to the My Little Pony channel, then go ahead. And go ahead. That video is still in the works, and it's gonna be a masterpiece, let me tell you. But I'm really gonna miss this show, and all it gave us, the positive LGBTQ representation that we've never seen on a scale like this. It paid more than lip service to this. This was actual representation. It felt like the creators cared and put work into it. It's not just forced into. It's not just forced to the story. This was a gradual build up. Loses character arc from a social outcast who nobody liked and stuff. Constantly getting into trouble into this confident person going to college. College. King's character arc of self discovery and stuff, and how it all culminated with the words that King's father said to him, "I loathe you." Oh my goodness. It kind of reminds me of how the Addams family spins regular words into like Halloween sort of things. Like watch the Addams Family movie by like MGM Studios in order to get an idea of what I'm talking about. But I really enjoy this show. I know the reviews been all over the place, but really I'm just very satisfied from what I watched. There will probably not be another show like this for a very long time. Disney seems to be moving into the direction of more like character-based shows, like character-based shows and stuff, like with less focus on lore and stuff, more slice of life based shows and stuff that don't have a huge emphasis on world building and that sort of thing. And this really feels like the end of an era, the last great show with this sort of premise. I'm sure there'll be more in the future if Disney decides to move back to story-driven shows, but if this is truly the last of its kind for a great while, then they really ended things on a positive note. And I was not expecting much, as I said before, but this episode single-handedly redeemed season 3 for me. Now when I go back and binge watch the Owl House, which you know I'm gonna do from beginning to end, and I know what it's all building up to, and so many moments have now been punctuated and have more emotional weight to them. And I'm glad this show has single-handedly managed to redeem season 3 for me, and a lot of moments now have more emotional weight to them. I'm extremely happy that I watched this finale, the end to this amazing show. And in spite of everything, in spite of all the hardship and stress Disney put on Dana Terrace for no reason, and it feels like she really got the last win here. She got the last laugh. She got to make an amazing finale, and Disney, their corporate overlords, now have to face the reality that they canceled one of their most successful shows, and they can't go back on it. That's honestly an absolute win. Like, you guys know me, I love Disney, and I support their content, no matter what it is. The live action remakes, the newer animated films, like, you name it. I like Star Wars, Marvel, like, I'll support up to the end. But this but this move to cancel the Owl House never really did sit right with me. So in the end, I'm glad that Dana Terrace got the last laugh. She got to make an amazing finale to an amazing story, and that's all. And that's all we as a fan base ever wanted. So I'm happy, as I said. The show's finale really left me satisfied. So I will give the Owl House season 3 episode 3, Watching and Dreaming, a very strong 10 out of 10. God, I've not felt this satisfied with the series finale since My Appointed Friendship is Magic, which is for me the queen of all series finales. So, thank you, Dana Terrace. Thank you. You've made an amazing show. You made an amazing series with wonderful characters, with fantastic arcs, and despite everything Disney did to you, you got to make an amazing finale. And for that, I'm proud. I'm proud to have been a fan of the Owl House. I'm proud to have been a fan of your show for the longest time. I may not have been active in the Owl House fandom, and that I'll always have regrets for. But it really, I'm proud to have been a fan, and to be part of this fandom and experience the show as it grew, how characters matured, and how you created this amazing world to service your amazing characters, and in the end, we'll always remember you for this amazing show you've made. Hey, thank you. Thank you. We all appreciate it. Now, okay. Now we're getting into the future of this channel. The review's over, so if you guys don't want to hear my sobs, hear my sad life story, click off the video now. I give the Owl House season 3 episode 3 A+, so A++. So you guys can leave now. Still here? Okay. Here. So this is my last video. Not my last video. My last proper review commentary video for a while now. The channel's gonna undergo a rebrand in the coming months, and I'm gonna be moving on to other channels. I have 4 other channels. I think 3 other channels right now. I'm Producer 2, the New Lunar Republic of Equestria, and United America. The first one is a channel talking about DC, the DC superhero content with the advent of James Gunn's DCU slate. The new DC universe. I want to devote an entire channel to reviewing and talking about DC content, maybe even DC Elseworlds projects too. I just want to talk about DC in general, because I'm not afraid to admit it. I love DC more than Marvel. I know that's kind of sacrilegious to say, but I do. The Snyderverse really made me a big fan. I'm excited to see where James Gunn's gonna take these amazing characters. the second channel, as I mentioned prior before, is the My Pony channel, the New Lunar Republic of the New Lunar Republic of Equestria, where I will be talking all things My Pony Generation 5, defending My Pony Generation 5, and maybe the retrospective videos on My Pony Adventures Magic. Who knows? Who knows? If Failing Cortez can do it, so can I. And United America, my political commentary channel. Yes, I'm actually getting into politics. Yay! I plan to launch that channel in 2024 in the height of the election. I'm not gonna tell you guys which candidate I'm supporting because you don't need to hear that. But yeah, I'm gonna be going into politics, and that channel will be talking all about it. As for when all three channels will launch, well, I plan to launch the DC channel in June with the review of the Flash movie, and the My Pony channel, if I can get that G5 Defense video out by early or late June, then I'll be able to officially launch that channel. I have some smaller videos on that channel right now, so I guess you can say it's launched, but not really. And United America will be launching in 2024. So yeah, to those of you who have been watching my channel, I'm sorry. I've experienced burnout for a while now. You guys saw my community post. This hasn't been working for me. This style of content, and I know you guys don't watch the movies. My videos are underperforming now, and as my filmmaking style evolves, as I work on the movies for the Pongoverse, the Outcruiser universe. I'm not satisfied with what this channel is currently churning out. If this video gets a lot of views, then I'll be happy to have this channel go out on a high note. I know, but for the and it may come back, but for a while, you should consider this the end of the channel. This will not be the last video. No. The final 3 Arena Wars episodes are still happening. I'm currently filming them at the moment. Every week, I'm getting back to filming the last 3 Arena Wars episodes, which will all be over 2 hours, and it'll follow the three special format that the Owl House put out. Following that, I'll finally finish Teddy movie 2, and do an Osalis solo film, which will follow the Flashpoint storyline again. And yeah, it'll end with the complete universe reset. And Osalis movie should release by like July or something, I think. I'm halfway done with Teddy movie 2. So if I finish both movies over the summer, then the canonical end of the channel will be probably like early July, and I'll probably bring the channel back. No promises. It's maybe mid 2024. I don't know. Like you guys know, I'm gonna come back. For Avatar 3, if only to dip out again afterwards, because I love Avatar. It's my new favorite. It's my new favorite franchise of all time. So yeah, of course, I'm gonna come back and promote it to death, even if it gives me severe burnout afterwards. It's not the first time I've dealt with it. So this is the end of the channel for the time being. This is the last proper video. If you guys want to hear my thoughts on Avatar: The Way of Water DVD release being panned by some critics, don't listen to those people. Watch Avatar: The Way of Water. You don't need like you've heard the arguments over and over. Avatar: The Way of Water had no cultural impact, or or it means nothing, or it's a terrible franchise and stuff. Don't listen to those people, okay? Okay, I know I've said it over and over in the promotional videos, and it's still true. I love Avatar: The Way of Water. Go watch it. Go watch on DVD and digital. Digital, get it on YouTube if you can. Like, you need to see this movie. It is in all intents and purposes a masterpiece. And coming from someone who's seen this who's seen this finale, that's saying something. So So yeah, please, please watch, please watch Avatar: The Way of Water. Continue to support it, as I do feel like Avatar as a franchise gets shafted and everything. I just came back from Disneyland, as I said, and it's disheartening to see that there's a lack of Avatar merchandise in these stores. I went into like the biggest Disney shop and I see no Avatar anything. Literally, the only place where they sell Avatar stuff is the Pandora area in Walt Disney World, which I'll probably be going back to next year. Next year, if only to go on the Avatar ride again and raid the gift shop. But it's like, please support Avatar: The Way of Water, because as I said, I do feel like Avatar gets shafted and everything. Like they can, like the only channel doing promotions nowadays are the is the official Avatar channel. The official Disney account barely promotes it, and it's sad, really, because this franchise is honestly amazing. This will be my final thoughts on this franchise for a while now, but I wanted to continue. But I wanted to comment on it to encourage you guys to not listen to the haters. Just continue to watch and support the Avatar franchise. It is, as James Cameron really puts it all into them. I know it's not relevant to the Owl House, but I do want to get out my final thoughts before I go on this hiatus. So never forget that Avatar is a franchise. Franchise is a masterpiece. Avatar 2 is a masterpiece. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah. That should be that should be it. How to Train Your Dragon's getting a live action remake. Looking forward to it. What else? Wish is coming out. Sorry, I won't review that. As the channel will be on hiatus. But you guys know I'll probably love it. Elemental trailer's getting panned. Panned. And of course these people would pan it. They're anti-Disney. That's basically it. I think I've covered all the notable. Did DeSantis fight with Disney? Me being into politics, I've been following this, and I do think the battle is stupid. Like, DeSantis shouldn't be picking fights with Disney. He should be picking fights with the people who actually implement woke culture. Disney's not making the rules. He should pick fights with the actual school boards. And I do think it's absolute payback that Disney was able to effectively circumvent DeSantis' takeover of the Reedy Creek district. Like, I was never on board with that. The Reedy Creek district's always been a huge part of Disney's history. And there were other ways they could have done it without removing the last remnant of Walt Disney's time. And so, yeah. Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, if I sound exhausted, I kind of am. It's late, and I just watched Owl House finale, and I wanted to give my thoughts on it. Again, I apologize if this review's all over the place, but I made this review mainly for me. Because I want to talk about the show, and if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts, despite the terrible video quality, then yeah, all power to you. I promise guys, when this channel comes back, it'll be completely different. As I mentioned, I want to narrow my focus, and I want to actually be a real YouTuber. Like this format was never gonna work. It's more professional than the last format, but that's not saying much. I promise when I come back, this channel will be better than ever, and that's all I want. Good quality, good quality videos that you all can watch and enjoy. You all deserve better quality than this, and I get that. this will be the last video made on this made in this format, because I wanna, because maybe I'll stick around for the intro and stuff. Maybe I'll show like this format for the intro and stuff. But the rest of the video will be more professional. Rest of the videos will be more professional quality. This will be the last video made in this format, and that's totally fine. I wanted to go out. I wanted this channel to go out with a bang. So I think that's it. Getting to finally talk about the Owl House series finale and the show in general. You know, I've always wanted to do that, but never really got to, and now I finally get to. So, yay! So, yeah, that's it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, subscribe if you want to. To be updated on the last closing phases of this channel, and I will see you all for Arena Wars season 3, not season 3, season 10. Oh my goodness, episode 7. See you all then. Bye.